become gluttons for punishment it's like we have become gluttons for punishment in the form of things and people who can no longer serve the we. Our spiritual manifestations our physical manifestations are screaming unworthy of the life that we're supposed to lead. We ain't even living like who we supposed to be. It's like our spirits are bound up in bodies that want to be free. We calling out to God in a world where he don't seem to answer for people like we, with the black skin and strong bodies. And constitutional rights we get hardly. It's like I've been a slave. It's like I picked up that position like cotton from my grandmother's grave. But I want so bad to be free. Go to major institutions where the founders look like and actually establish them for me. Because we over here hollering we, knowing that we can't even really live like that. Especially when everything we live off of is made or owned by someone who isn't black. I mean, let's be honest. Our dollars aren't made, they simply paid out in black communities to causes that support the spiritual and social impunity within a society that ironically hates the we that we so love. And so bad that years later, they still got us thinking that we ain't enough and living like we not us, the ones with the black skin and strong bodies. But we've been brainwashed and coined as commodities, left to ask ourselves the hard questions like, who do we want our children aspiring to be? Is it the we that we so love, or the one that they constructed, the ones that our children now see? Because if you ask me, I think that we need to do something to change our children's trajectory. Because it especially affects the we when we assume that we don't gotta do this work collectively. So in my opinion, I say, let's build a nation within a nation that is black. Because if not, imagine in the next 10 or so years from now where the we will be at. Peace. That's how he helped me. Okay, so the second poem I would like to share with you is called Baby Mother. Don't be scared. My body asked you really think we can make these babies in the chaos of uncertainty? And it was while we was making love, but your thrust answered me certainly we could do that. We'll raise these babies in a home full of lack. They ain't gotta know no different, because they was born with skin that's black. We'll just have to be a little more militant, so all they know is that, you know, raise them around all women, so they ain't gotta wonder where fathers is at. No one has them. And can't even fathom what that man looks like at a kitchen table, let alone a high school graduation. And emotional devastation will be caused to those who propose those questions to resentful women who disguise themselves as mothers. But really all they are women willing to take on any other occupation but that. And can you blame them? Who the fuck wants to raise kids alone in a home full of black? One laying in a bed made by two, but he obviously showing that he can take his words back because we asked you. You really think we can make these babies in the chaos of uncertainty? And it was while we was making love, but your thrust answered me certainly. And you were sure that we could make it. And be able to take it when life demanded more than we were willing to give, when it didn't allow us to live and try to kill these babies. You promised me heaven, but it felt like Hades. And had me praying deeply for understanding with the local church ladies, but I will admit, it was me who obliged this shit. And I probably made more out of what you were saying because you was in the middle of hitting me. I should have known better. And knew a nigga like you wasn't built for this kind of weather, a storm such as this. You wasn't ready for these kids. But you had me preparing for babies though. With a man whose father was a no-show in his own son's life, had myself wanting to be a nomad's wife, willing to sacrifice my body and my time to bring the experience you lost out on into existence. So I'm a mother and a martyr now. That's the reason why I'm taking this loss harder than most. I was a human host. And now I'm left with no love but that of her children. And I'm empty because of the promises that you couldn't keep. And yet as we speak, I ask myself, you really think you can make it work with this man in the chaos and uncertainty? And you pull me closer now, but you're not certain how you can really be. Peace. That was a very heavy piece for me because, you know, I'm not with my son's father, not to get all like personal, right? But I'm not, and it's hard sometimes being a single mom and, you know, thinking, right? And just hoping and just not thinking it will be you, judging almost other sisters. But it's hard, and that piece was very hard for me to write, but it was also freeing because I had to take responsibility for the decisions that I make, right? And it also gives me hope that next time, God willing, right, we make better decisions and we just move forward knowing better. So, just that message. So I'm gonna leave you with a lighter piece. It's, you know, ain't too heavy, but this is, you know, this is called What is Love? What is love? Love is deep embraces and tears wiped on faces with palms of hands. Love is long conversations. Love is long stares and even longer conversations shared between strangers. Love is peace conquering anger. And can you imagine smiles passed out like cards on a spades table? Love is being able to bear the weight of putting the food on plates of children who didn't create alone, and yet you're doing it alone, but you're doing it with grace. Love is being able to forgive a father who hurt you, and loving a mother who wasn't able to forgive herself for allowing it to happen because someone probably allowed it to happen to her. Love is being able to wear the burdens of our spiritual assignments like royal cloaks. The glory will show, but the reward is not given to the meek, only to those who seek diligently His face. Love is putting your trauma in its place and clearing the space where you think the light of your gift can't shine. Love is freeing your mind from the trauma placed upon it by another who wasn't full enough to love themselves even. Love is what you see when you look in the mirror with your third eye. No woman, no man cry is what I'm referring to. What is love to you? I hope it's the dreams that came true for children who didn't even know what those were. Fuck being deferred. Some children didn't even know what dreams were. Wow. And yet we still don't task ourselves with the responsibility to teach them, to reach them, to show them how to love, how to give it, how to live in it, how to walk in its abundance and not act like righteousness is so above us. If we are these divine human manifestations of divinity, if you say God lives within you, then tell me, what is love? Peace. Yeah. And you can find me on Instagram at Sana, SANA _Ateeyah, ATIYA on Instagram. Thank you. Peace. Yeah.